Commissioner Clay-Flores, you've asked for a point of personal privilege.
Yeah, Commissioner Moody, the one time I wanted you to speak longer so that I could have time to get my thoughts together and calm down a little bit. So I had my swearing-in ceremony last Thursday because I wanted to take this time instead. Well, one, I got sworn in 4 years ago in the middle of COVID, so it could only have 10 people at my ceremony. And also because I want to use this time to read a statement so that my emotions don't get the better of me. During my extremely long campaign season last year, winning 3 elections and fighting against false accusations and lies by my many opponents and political enemies, and experiencing blatant racism and sexism at the instigating of the sheriff's union leadership, to be clear, not the sheriff nor the sheriff deputies, but union leadership. What no one knew was that I was fighting to get through each day because I was not feeling well all year, and I knew something was off with my body. So in between knocking on doors, media interviews, and life's other responsibilities, I was also undergoing treatment during the runoff that neither my staff nor my campaign team knew about. But I still wasn't getting better. So through months of doctor's appointments and labs drawn and treatments, the weekend when early voting was starting for the November election, I was diagnosed with colon cancer. In those last few weeks of a grueling campaign year, while I was giving speeches at political rallies and giving media interviews, I finally knew what was going on with my body. While I kept smiling for pictures on social media and working with constituents, at the forefront of my mind was the fact that not only did I have a large tumor in my colon, but it was bleeding. In the midst of uncertainty, fear, and having a million questions, the doctors couldn't answer most of them until after surgery and after the tumor was sent to pathology. The only answer I knew for sure that has sustained me through the entirety of my life was my relationship with Christ and trusting His sovereignty. I underwent a 6-hour surgery and spent 5 days at UHS, our University Health County Hospital system. Thank you to my team of doctors from the Mays Cancer Center and to the myriad of nurses and other medical professionals who were so kind and professional to me. From the woman who came to clean my hospital room every day to the nurse tech who helped me to bathe. I am continuously advocating for access to health care and preventative health, which is why I fought so hard to have our UHS Southside Hospital, which is being built across from Texas A&M. I had people who could drive me 40 minutes in traffic to my appointments and CT scans and MRIs when I was too weak or dizzy to drive myself. But many of my constituents don't have the access that I do. So they skip preventative health appointments and screenings. They ignore things in their bodies when they too realize something's off. So even in the midst of my cancer, I was grateful that God gave me the opportunity to experience the excellent care of our UHS professionals as they continue to care day to day, as Matthew 25, verses 39 through 40 states, caring for the least of these. My doctors kept telling me that I was young and healthy, which at the moment was annoying because I had a bleeding tumor. But I later understood what they meant. I realized that the preventative health lifestyle that I talk about so much, the fact that I was still walking every day, even when I was tired and dizzy, and being vegan for the last 19 years, helped in the surgery process and as I am still recovering. When I asked my GI doc if I had any risk factors, he said, only your race. Though I am Black and Mexican, he was referring to me being Black. So if you are in your 40s and Black, you have a higher risk. please call right now to make an appointment with your doctor to schedule your colonoscopy. I did not know that I was supposed to have had a colonoscopy as a preventative screening. And the reality is, for those of you who know me personally, I am super squirmish and scared of needles, so I probably would have procrastinated anyway. In order to not freak out during the last couple of weeks of my election when I was campaigning, I had to reframe my understanding of my cancer, to realize that though I did not choose cancer, God entrusted me with it. So now I need to do something about it. In addition to my continued advocacy for mental health funding and preventive health access, I will be a fierce proponent for colon cancer screenings. You'll hear more about this work in the months to come. I may still miss some commissioner court meetings, depending on future long-term care, but to my constituents, know that my staff and I will continue to work hard for Precinct 1 and will continue to get big things done during my second term. Do not procrastinate. Colonoscopies save lives. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Clay-Flores. Thank you for your courage, thank you for your advocacy, and thank you for your service for the constituents of your precinct.
Thank you, Judge.